Hey guys, how's it going? This is Eric with Classy Tourist Tutorials, and today I'm going to go ahead and do another black and white tutorial for you, but I'm just going to show you some easy tips and tricks you can use to really make an image look like an authentic film camera black and white shot. So here you'll have this photo that I have available for download on my website. Just feel free to kind of work with me alongside while I do this. So the very first thing that I always do is I'm going to copy the background image, and I do this once again just that if we mess up, um, we can always just revert right back to the original. So without further ado, let's get to it. So the very first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to Filter. I'm going to go to Camera Raw Filter. Wait for that to load up. And I'm just going to mess with really just two slider bars here, contrast and clarity. So contrast, some people like to go a little bit higher than I like, but about 20, 21, that looks good. So we'll just put it at 20. And then clarity. Now clarity is going to have a pretty big effect on this because there's a lot of white in her face, and clarity seems to mess with white more. It seems to mess with the whites and blacks more than it does with some of the grays. So let's not go overboard, but let's say 20, 24. That seems good. There we are. So now the very next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go into curves, and I just want what's around her to darken a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I can already look at the image and see that there's a lot happening right here. So, okay, just take that down just a little bit, maybe a little bit more. And then see if we can bring this up a little bit. Seems good. And then right at the top of the curve, just to really make this image pop just a little bit more. And once again, we already messed with this in Camera Raw, so we don't need to do too much of this, but there is a slight wave, and that's really going to help the contrast of the image for us. So the very next thing that we're going to do is we're going to turn this into a black and white image. Simply go to the Adjustments layer, click black and white, and we're just going to work on this manually. So once again, I kind of already have an idea of what I want this image to look like. Sorry about that. I'm getting a little sick here in Argentina. But let's see what we got here. I know I want the reds to go down a lot, but I do need to worry about her shirt. As you can see, her shirt was sort of an orange, so the reds are going to affect that a lot. But I like the toning effect it has on her face. So I'm going to try and push that as much as I can. Negative 18, maybe negative 20. Seems to be about as low as we can go. The yellows, ooh, that's having a big effect too. So we won't do too much here. But I do like that the background is becoming darker and that her face is kind of becoming a little bit lighter. There's a good contrast there. Next we're going to go into the greens. Pull this down a little bit. It's not affecting too much. Some background areas. Oh, 0, that looks decent. Now the cyans, see what this is affecting. Okay, so it's affecting some items in the background, not much on her. That looks good. Go to the blues. Once again, a lot of background stuff. I do like making the background darker, so I'm going to continue that. Magenta, we should see her lips change here. And yeah, we do. We see some change in her lips. That's what I'm going to really focus on. And that looks to be about pretty good. Now, essentially, we're done with this image. We've turned it into a black and white image. We've upped the contrast on her. By using the curves and the black and white adjustment layer, we've really made the background a lot darker and made her really the focus of the image. But there is one more thing that we can do to really make her kind of, I hate using this term so much, but pop from the image, almost make her look 3D. So I'm going to copy another background layer on her, and I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to grab my burn tool. So make sure you have your burn on there. Now I have the exposure pretty low. 10 seems good. We'll choose midtones, and we're going to use, 20 size brush. That maybe even a little bit lower. Let's go 15. And we're just going to go to the wrinkles on her skin. We're going to zoom in on that. And we're just going to essentially paint. Oops. And we don't want to overboard with this. We just want these areas to be a little bit darker. And the reason we want them darker is because this is what really defines her. It's also really defines the image. Now, once again, this is really the quick and easy way to do it. A lot of people will spend a lot of time, do a lot of masking, but like I said, this is the quick and easy way to do it. And, sometimes quick and easy, especially if it's saving you time, can be the best way to do it. So we got a couple more wrinkles down here. We'll focus on her neckline. These are already pretty dark, so we don't have to mess with that too much. And maybe one more for good measure. And then, just like that, already much more defined. This is what it was beforehand. This is what it was after. So just to do a quick rundown of what we did. I'll zoom in a little bit. We made a background copy. Then we went to Camera Raw Filter. We upped the contrast and the clarity, just like that. We then turned it into a black and white image, upped the curves on it, and then we added just a little bit more definition on some of her wrinkles. Just like that, we got a beautiful black and white image. So once again, thanks for watching my tutorial, and feel free to comment, and please subscribe. Thanks a lot, guys.